Hey everyone, welcome to the second episode of Chits and Giggles Desert Island Decks. I'm here with Russell this week.
Yep, and he's Ben.
And I'm Ben. How's it going, Russell?
Yeah, good.
So
I enjoyed that holiday last time being on the
chucked on the desert island.
island.
You were meant to be trapped forever, and we're back.
Yeah, well, let's move on.
So this week,
Okay.
we've got a question each.
Mm-hmm.
A rather difficult question, and I'm going to go first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have been called by the US president, not the current one, a more inspiring one. And he has said that he, or she, let's say she,
Yeah.
is doing a new mission,
Why not?
and they're going to make first contact.
Okay.
And on this spaceship, you're allowed to put one board game,
Okay.
and this is the game that aliens will see, and this is going to sum up the human race.
Okay.
What game would you put on
What's
the
the-
spaceship?
So it's like almost like a time capsule kind of, like you want this to be the most
Yep.
representative game
That's
of the human race.
And it...
Cards Against Humanity. There you go. No. That's a good question, actually.
Why, thank you.
Do they have to play it, and will they understand it? Like, because are we assuming these aliens are intelligent enough to work out how it plays?
Well, that's the thing. We're going to just put it as you buy it in the shop, so that the rules will be in English or whatever language you choose.
Is that the only thing on this ship? Just a board game?
Yeah.
No, like, representative?
They've decided, the president, she has
Yeah.
decided that a board game is the best way to represent the entire of humanity.
Man, this is a president I can get on board with.
Nice.
That's a good question. Okay, so it has to be something that is obviously fun and demonstrates a lot of the good in humanity. So that eliminates pretty much most games. No, I'm thinking like maybe something cooperative, because
Okay.
something there, work together. I'm thinking like cheesy sci-fi, like humanity. I don't know. This is a good question.
What about a game that has tried the test of time, like chess or something? Or backgammon?
Maybe. Imagine if there's like a cooperative version of chess. I don't know. I think I'll stick with the cooperative thing because I like that. I think that they'll work out that we're all like warmongering people afterwards, but this is the first impression. It has to be good. So I would say something like what's a good cooperative game that I like?
That you like. Let's see. That's you added that. Good cooperative game.
Oh,
Hanabi. That's it.
no, I was going to say Sherlock Holmes, but that'd be weird. They don't understand.
Oh,
Sherlock.
especially if it's difficult of understanding a language, and then you're like, yeah. Now this
That's a good
this
one,
book,
though. That's
this
a good
game,
one.
which is just essentially a book.
Uh,
Play that.
I think I don't know. I mean, what would you pick? I'm just really struggling.
Well,
to think
on a
here.
different path to what you were saying, you want to do the best of humanity. I want to capture humanity as it is,
Okay.
and I would put diplomacy on there
Okay.
because you don't truly know someone until you've played a game of diplomacy with them, and you don't truly understand how horrible humans can be to each other until you've played a game of diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, you see humanity in its rawest form, and I think the aliens need to see that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But also, it's so funny because you're just saying, we humans, we just like playing with like mini things of things we live on. Also, why is the board flat?
But it does show the map of the Earth, which could be quite good as well. Having an actual
It's a geography lesson.
That's
Don't
what
want
Earth
to give
looks
them
like,
tips
though.
as well.
It
how
might
to
help
take
us to
stuff.
find us.
Yeah. Oh wait, so you mean like? Oh, okay. That even doesn't change what I'm thinking, but I'm really struggling with this one because I'm just trying to think of an actual good game. I think what I'd probably end up doing is picking like something that is just pure fun.
Like Jenga.
If I hated the aliens, I was worried. And maybe I'm thinking maybe something like like Terror in Meeple City or something.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just like silly and it's fun, and that might surprise them, because if they're just observing us as a like a huge sort of race of people swarming around the earth and like kind of attacking each other, and then you did this and they're like, look at this, is their toy, like, But I also kind of like toy with the idea of putting chess, but I don't know, I think something that represents us where we are now.
She's waiting, Russell.
Right, there we go. I would say that Rampage / Terror in Meeple City, just because it's a bit of fun.
Right.
Not my favourite game, but I think it would be good for that. So yeah.
It could be fun to put a game in that has aliens.
Oh, I was thinking about
Or-
Cosmic Encounter, but I'm like, I don't know if
Plus,
it
you took
offends
that
someone.
like every time we went to the last desert island. You took Cosmic Encounter.
Yeah, true. I'm just trying to shoehorn it in. All right, so my turn to ask you a question
Mhm.
now. My question is, going back to the desert island.
But we just got off the
I
island.
know, but
Couldn't we go
going
into
back
space?
there, the only thing is this time you don't have your friends with you.
Oh, great.
You'll instead be able to play with the natives,
right.
residents of the island, but they don't speak a single word of English, and so you would have to think of a game, right, or a game or a couple of games that you would take with you, that you can teach because they can't learn the game other than what you do because they just don't understand it. So you have to think of a game that also you can teach without having to know the same language as well. So, what would you pick?
Ugtech.
Could you teach that though? That'd be really like.
Man, it's true.
What about
Teaching it.
lift? What about lift it? They would probably think, "What the hell?"
So
Lift it. It's tough, isn't it? 'Cause
because I instantly start thinking of dexterity games.
Mhm.
So like, I know they're natives, and so I don't mean this to be offensive, but maybe jungle speed. I mean, it's just symbols. I
Let's
reckon
just
you could
throw
explain
Hawaii
that.
in and Bora Bora in as well.
No, I reckon
Hey, this
you
is
could. You could. You could explain that with examples.
Yeah.
It's way easier to explain.
No,
than
that
guys
is
to
true.
splits.
That is true.
Um,
Ooh, that's my answer.
what?
Geister splits.
How are you going to explain that without English?
Just start with the
Say-
basic rules.
but if there's no
you
frog,
think I've got
then you
plenty of time to work with it. But I
That's
think
true.
eventually, like, you'd get it. And also, it is one of my favorite games.
Another one
Yeah.
is the Duke.
Okay.
I think you could explain that through examples and because of the picture.
Because it has the moves on
Mm.
it. That's clever.
And that's a really good game. I wouldn't mind being stuck on a desert island with that.
That's true. Also, Hive. Same reason.
Yep.
That's like you could. I mean, it would take a long time,
Yeah.
but you could teach.
Like
it.
every
'Cause the thing is,
time they
isn't
move
a-
the wrong piece, you're like, no, that was wrong.
Well, actually, all you'd have to do is just kind of. I get because obviously, like we've both taught games for a job,
Yeah.
and I can just think like that is so easy to teach people who speak English that it would be more difficult to teach someone who couldn't speak English, but possible.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it
I
also
agree.
doesn't require any language. You just play, and also a game that you could be really good at. So then eventually, if you did come back off the desert island and you could start entering Hive tournaments, like yeah, I'm really good at this. I've just been playing it for years. So yeah, those would be
yeah.
like some answers. It's quite good though, these kind of questions, because they really force you to think like what you take it for granted that you can like learn a game or teach someone a game, but if you take that away,
And
for
how
example,
important language is even in games that don't use it during. the
yeah,
game.
like Dixit, you
Just
couldn't teach
explaining
that.
of
You
the
can
game.
you can play Dixit, you know, across sort of barriers somewhat, because if someone doesn't speak the same language, if you know a little bit, you know, or they can speak it in their own, use their own language, but you could never teach that game. Like,
Yeah, I don't think it would be difficult.
yeah, that's quite a good one.
I think I have some good picks.
That was my own question. I shouldn't say that, really, should I? Yeah, that was a good question. Russell. Well done.
Great question.
I'm
back on the desert island. Thanks, Russell.
Anyway, yeah, so that's my answer.
All right. Thanks for the question.
No worries. Thanks for your question. That was good.
Yeah.
Hopefully there aren't any aliens like planning to visit soon though, because
More people to play diplomacy with. I'm alright with that. They might be quite good
I'm
at
just thinking more about who would be reaching out and contacting them.
it. Oh, right.
Wouldn't be a female president.
Oh, that's very true.
We shouldn't get political, really, should we?
No.
But, oh.
So until next time,
Mm-hmm.
thanks for watching.
Bye.